Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing? Today we are doing our next stream of the world save I have going. So I'm going to just get my game open right away and continue on. We are in San Myshuno today. So if you don't know, I have this world save that I created to support a challenge that I've created. So I've come up with two different things. First, I wanted to have a challenge to use. I just love doing the dumpster diving, and so I wanted to have a challenge that would surround around that. And I've seen a lot of people do the rags to riches challenge with like dumpster diving, and so this is kind of variation of that. All right, let me just check and make sure my stream is looking okay now that I've resized everything, and it looks good, so that's awesome. So here we have Bob Pancakes. He is, we're touring around with him. He is at the Collections Museum lot. And here is the Collections Museum, and let's see here, we're going to go in. So basically this is the place that has all the collections in game. So I wanted to have a place, I use this in the download save that I have. If you download it into your game, it does have everything in it just for you to go, and it's a place to see those things. But also I will have an empty version on my gallery, because the way I use it is as I'm doing the playthrough, I can come here and leave the items here, and so that's how I know. One of the things that my challenge hinges on is the collections, and so whoops, I need to do full screen windowed apply there. Otherwise I can't get my mouse over to my second monitor, and that doesn't work very well when I'm streaming. So let me see here. We were going to look up the commands, and so let's see here. All right. And so basically this is a place for all of my collections. So right here we have all the harvestables. And I need to make a note for myself to create, come on, why is this not working? Create an empty collections museum. All right, and so I've just added all the collectibles from Batu. We have all the lightsaber parts here, the crystals that you can put in the lightsabers, and then also the Batu records. So those are all included in this museum as well. Again, so right now if you download that world save into your game, let me just drop the link here, it will come with all of these collections in, you know, it'll be full with the collections so your sim can visit. But I will include an empty game, so you can have it and fill it up as per when you're going and playing through the game. So the collections function in my save, let's see here, let's open that up. Google Docs. In the Eco Mansion Baron Challenge is what we're looking on here. So when you get a collection, let's see here, you earn things. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I wrote all the rules, so like a collection will earn you you have to be a child, let's see here. If a child completes an aspiration, no, that's not it. If a child reaches level full, no reward effects needs decay. Oh, so you get rewards. So the thing is with this challenge is you can't earn any let's see here. Reward, like you can earn rewards as long, or yeah, you can earn rewards as long as you have the points for them and as long as they don't fill the needs decay. Any of the aspiration rewards you're not going to be able to get because you have to have the Eco Mansion Baron challenge through everybody throughout the generations and you can't switch it. So that is the challenge. So in a way to earn those aspiration rewards, you have to do it through a cheat, is to complete a collection. And so the way I track that, other than the in-game one, which is right here, where you can see all the different things you've collected. So like here, I have none of the city posters, but when I do get the city posters, I would want to display them. So here, so this is a venue that I have to display all of my collections. So we have just every single collection that's in the game in here. I just have them organized, and I'm trying to see where the city posters are. Okay, so over here we have the city posters. We have the dolls that you can find, all the Realm of Magic stuff. So this is that venue and how I use it. And let's see here, we're going to go to the next lot. Looks like my game's frame rates are really slow. I'm not sure why. Let's see here. Just checking out my everything, make sure it's look good. So that is this lot here. I have replaced the default. The next we're going to do is the Opulence Lounge, one of the few lounges I have in place. Let's see here. Just checking a few things again while we're loading, being it's my only a handful of streams. I think maybe this is my, I want to say like 6th stream that I've done. So also part of this is I have placed these community voting boards everywhere throughout all of the worlds, along with dumpsters. So we have dumpsters here because part of the challenge is you can only dumpster dive once per dumpster per day. And so I usually include 1 or 2 in that are accessible from any lot. So looks like we're about to have a debate here, but here is our lounge. Again, I have given credit to I've started a list to give credit to everybody whose builds I pulled in from the gallery, and I think I modified like 95% of them, but I want to give credit to the original builders nonetheless. So it really is just a space it's a lounge space, and so like I can have my the accolade awards here, or because it does have the appropriate trait that they can do that, but it's just a nice little lounge area. I just thought it was fitting and real modern looking, which I thought fit the the area of the building. So that's that lounge, and I come here, like I said, to do my award ceremonies the way I have it set. So we're just traveling around with Bob. I'm touring all of these builds in my world save that I have. All the apartments are by Aveline. All the apartments in all the worlds that I use, I just use hers because she has such awesome apartments that I just wanted to use hers. I can't do a better job than she does, so I'm just using hers right off the gallery. So here we have our nightclub. Again, off of the gallery. I don't think I modified this one much at all, but it was just pretty awesome. So I just left it as is. So the first, or I guess the topmost floor, we have a bar, like a pretty fancy bar, and then kind of like a little sitting area that you can go, I don't know, can you go outside? It looks like you should be able to go outside. I don't see a door though. No door. We might have to fix that. Interesting. So yeah, I'm not seeing a door to this area. So let me make a note for myself to add that as well. I don't know if that was an original thing that happened or if maybe I modified it and deleted it on accident. Door for the rooftop lounge. All right, and then over here we have like a dance floor and DJ booth. Another little bar. Karaoke over here. So really any like nightlife stuff that you want to do could be done in this venue. We have a keyboard. Oh, we have band instruments for a band to play pretty much any different instrument that you could want. Foosball table. And since the elevator's here, you come right out on this bar location. So I think, is that it? Oh, and then we have this cool like orange swimming pool area. So, an outdoor dance. So this is kind of our venue for doing that kind of stuff. I don't use the nightclubs too often. Here I have a hookah lounge, so it's a bubble blower. I was thinking of like I wanted to have like a smoke shop. Again, in this save file, I have tons of different really specified retail shops because that gets me traveling a lot more. And so I was thinking of having like a smoke shop, but since we have these bubble blowers in the game, we're going with that instead. And I felt it was really a fun place to have it here. On the edge of this neighborhood. So it's just this like real opulent looking building here, again from off the gallery. And really the only purpose, because I don't know about you, but I don't put bubble blowers in my game that often. Like I don't really think of it. And so it's nice to have a location where if a friend calls me up or if I want to go out with a friend, we can come here and do the bubble blowing. Of course, if you have mods installed, it could be a different experience. But for me, just using no gameplay mods, it's just a bubble blower and just a fun place to come hang out with my friends and do some socializing. So again, getting out of the house, using the bubble blower that I don't think I have in any other location normally. So that's this venue. And oftentimes there'll be the festival going right here or other things going on. So it's a good time to kind of hit both of those. The Machino Fashion House, we have, instead of an apartment, we have a Machino Fashion House in this one. So it's really dedicated to photography and the fashion, and again, it's right from off the gallery. You know, I thought it was done, like beautifully done, and so I can't remember who did it off the top of my head right now. Again, I'm putting together a list that credits everyone, so let me see here. I want to just check to make sure that that command is working. Credit. There we go. And make sure the link is working. Yes. Okay. So I've just started including everyone in this file so that we can make sure we're giving credit to everyone whose build I have used in this save file, because not all of them are mine. Like I said, and I say every time, that people and have their wonderful creations and they do like a way better job than I could. And so I want to include them in this save file, but they also absolutely deserve the credit. So I've started to go through and name some of those people in that world save file. So here is this awesome, beautiful building that I feel like is totally appropriate for like a Machino fashion house, high-end fashion house. And so yeah, I just love this. This is way better than anything I could think of. So here we have like a little office area. Again, some more like a computer lab or office area. And everything's going to have these whimsical Machino things. We have Judith Ward here already. She's using the computer. So I think it's all offices here on the top floor. Here we have like a boardroom with a large TV screen. We have some restrooms, it looks like. And then we have dressing rooms with computers as well. So maybe a design room. Then we have, let's see, some Machino mannequins. Ooh, I don't know about those outfits. Like sort of a snack and bar area. And then another like main office area, maybe design area. Like the head office, maybe like the primary office area. And then we have our photography studios down here. So here's where we can set our backdrops and things like that to customize the photography. Here's our like maybe changing room and some more office area, some more like waiting room, and the kind of check-in desk, it looks like. So I think this is an art center. So you come here and you're able to use all these items and practice your photography skill. Again, in the challenge that I have, you can't buy any of the items. You have to find everything in a dumpster. And so that is it's really hard to build skill when you don't have any items to build skill. And so one way that I've kind of made a workaround is that we have basically all the items in the world and you can go out and use them to build skill. And then once you reach level 5 in most of them, you're able to purchase them for your home. Up next, we have a fireworks emporium. I don't think, we'll see here when we go on with Bob if we can actually purchase them, but I liked the idea and I wanted to include it. I don't know, I want to say maybe we can set them off, like if I have fireworks for one of the goals for a holiday, that we can do that, but we have our eco footprint sent to industrial, so it's pretty yucky here, but again, just a fun, yeah, so we do have some fireworks that you are able to set off. Again, like if I have for, like I have a fireworks day for one of my holidays, I can come here. I don't have to purchase them. I know I can set them off and fulfill that holiday task. So I want to say, so here we have this fun fireworks build off of the gallery, and I think it was just originally like one stand, and I expanded it since it was a larger lot to have these 2 stands. But I did set for sale the things that we could, but I don't think there's a whole lot of things that we could set for sale. I think it's just we come here and we're able to light the and then of course we have some drones to theoretically like monitor the fireworks and stuff, so that's kind of fun. All right, So we are going to travel again. So that is the Fireworks Emporium. Again, it ties in with the holidays or any of like, I have made custom, oh, what's it called? Clubs. So our clubs can visit the fireworks space and, you know, increase their mischief if they're, you know, if one of the clubs has a mischief as a goal. So that's how I kind of have worked these into to making sense with my world save and why we're doing it the way we are. All right, so here is our arcade, again off of the gallery. I just love this building. It's, yeah, it's just such a cool building, and I don't think I altered this one much at all. I use this one a lot to come and have to play the games, to play the different games that they have. It's a great hangout for Sims gatherings. And so here we just have like a cafe. It's got a bar and a cafe, so you can order your we'd have to hire the staff. There's a bartender right here, but we would have to hire a barista, or let's see, hire specific barista. But we can order things from there, so that's awesome. And then here is our arcade. We have the arcade machines. We have a TV for hanging out and watching, karaoke machine, foosball table, ping pong table, card table, and then all sorts of different computers. So, and then different gaming machines. So it's really well done for any of those kind of skill building areas. We have our public restroom and a photography booth. Again, trying to place those skilling items around so that when you haven't found anything in the dumpster that you're still able to build skill based on this challenge that I have. So I'll share that with you as well. Challenge, I think is the, yep. So you can check out all the details on this challenge that I've created. It's like Rags to Riches meets a Legacy challenge. It's really difficult to earn money because you have to, there's a lot of restrictions. You have to find everything in the dumpster. You can't buy a lot of things until you've reached a certain, I think at level 10 is when you can buy most things, except for the scaling items you can buy at level 5. So it's just a really tricky challenge and really hard to earn money. And so once we're done touring all of the world save that I've created, we're actually start playing the challenge, and you'll see how pretty challenging it is. It's fun. Like, I've played through a couple generations, but it is definitely challenging, and I like that. Like, a lot of The Sims 4 feels a little bit too easy to me, and so I like a little bit of challenge, and so that's why I came up with this challenge. So this is our art supply store. I want to say, is it retail? Again, this building is off the gallery and I've just modified it. So we have one level here. Let's see if there are these retail. So it is a retail shop. So if you wanted to come again and buy, you know, your child the drawing table for their birthday or whatever. If you wanted to buy a new easel, here's any of the different kinds of easels you could buy. And then these are a lot of debug items, so you can't actually buy them, but we have our dies, which I don't think are actually for sale, but they make sense here. And then we have a lot of different art supplies here. The ones that aren't debug, you can actually purchase if you wanted to. And then we have some skill building books as well. So this area back here is just like kind of a seating area. You can get your snacks. And then we have our restrooms here. And of course, I do have a dumpster. I remembered the dumpster in this lot just because we want to maximize our travel time and we want to have a dumpster pretty much everywhere because it's so limited on like, since you can only visit one dumpster, each dumpster once per day, then yeah, it becomes really tricky there. So Here we have, again, an art studio. So I was thinking with San Myshuno that this is really going to be focused around the arts and kind of tying in with all the festivals. So that's why we've placed the kind of lots we have. Is a lot of, like, each world has their own theme. And so you'll see if you check out that list, the credit list, you'll see that I have each world broken down into the lots that are there and that they kind of fit a theme. So like, let me just check that one here. So like Del Sol Valley is a lot of the music stuff. So we have a recording studio, a music store, music festival, movie theater, hair salon, movie studio, spa, and karaoke bar. So, you know, each of the world is really themed. Kind of simplify it for yourself. All right, so this is our arts center. So it's going to have basically anything that you need to do for doing arts, the arts. We have like a little kind of museum area. We have computers to work at, presumably to do art related things. We have this like painting room. Presumably you're being taught. It's supposed to be kind of like modeled after art school. We have an area for the kids to do a little bit of art. We have logic, chess table for logic skill. We have some different musical instruments. There's a random pipe organ. We also do have the pipe organ in Forgotten Hollow, I believe. I'll have to double check that actually, because that would be a logical place for it. So I'm just going to leave a note for myself since I'm totally forgetful. Forgotten Hollow pipe organ. But it seems like it would make sense. And I think in the church there we actually have one. So anyhow, your Sims can come here and practice any of these skills that they want if they haven't found the object or crafted the object. So that's how we do it here. And again, I'm not going to be touring all the apartments. Like this tour, the tour that I'm doing is only the commercial lots. We're not touring the residential lots. And so I want to say that that's everything for San Myshuno. Let's see, we didn't do Forgotten Hollow yet. So Vlad is living here now because the funeral. We've changed a slot that he normally is into the funeral home and graveyard. So we'll check that out. And again, this building was from the gallery, but we have modified it. Like I said, that is like 95% of what I've done is modified things from the gallery to fit my build. But I use this lot to come and place tombstones. There's some room up front here, and let's see where so there's lots of room to create a graveyard. Back here you can add some. You could remove some of these if you felt it was getting too crowded, depending on how long you're playing in this world save. But so that's how I use this slot. We come here to place the gravestones or the headstones. So this is like a basic funeral parlor. We have this entry area. We have the public restroom. We can go downstairs, but here's the like area where the chapel area, I guess, or gathering area. And we have the urn on display. And then over here I have created like where you would purchase the coffins, or over here we have different urns for sale. So you could do that as well. You can't actually purchase them, but that's what it's supposed to be mimicking. Actually, No, because it's not, it's a, I want to say it's a museum lot technically. So you could convert it to a retail lot if you actually wanted to be able to purchase those items, but and then here we just have like a underground area. Again, Forgotten Hollow is really vampire friendly, so I wanted to make sure that we had things for them, safe places for them, because these, since they're, I haven't tried sleeping in them. I wonder if we could actually. That could be interesting. Let's try. I don't know if he will route to that or not. Nope, he can't. And this one's on a table, so I figured that would be the case. So actually, yeah. So that's kind of funny that he tried to get in. He did try to get in, but he can't. So he has to use the ones in the basement because they're actually in the position that they're supposed to be in order for your Sims to use them. So, and then here's the church that I think that the pipe organ was in, so that if you wanted to do some skill building, that you could use that pipe organ. But this church, when I placed it in my game, was like crazy. It was so beautiful. So we're absolutely keeping it in this world save. Move objects on with this one. Look at this, guys. This is just incredible. And again, I have that master list that I'm putting together that credits all the builders whose builds that I pulled from the gallery but have modified, just because we want to credit them. Like, isn't this thing is insane, and it's insane inside too. So, yeah. So we'll check that out. It's just so gorgeous, and so it's the only. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say it's the only church. We don't have a church lot. I don't have any mods that can make it into a church lot, but basically have a dressing area and bathroom on either side. And then the second floor, I wanted to say there was something on the second floor. Is that where the pipe organ was, or am I just imagining this? Oh, here's the pipe organ on the first floor. So then we have like a little kitchen area, and then here is like the bridal area where the bride would get ready, or maybe the priest, but it looks more bridal to me. And then we do have our wedding arch for them to actually get married at. So just a gorgeous build, and I was like, I'm not going to find any better, any more magnificent area. So here's where we sign for the guests sign in. So this is definitely an awesome, beautiful wedding venue that I use for weddings. And I absolutely wanted to include it just because it is just so beautiful, and there's no way I could make anything better. And that's what I love about the gallery, is that there's so many awesome things on there that I wouldn't necessarily think of, or, you know, maybe I like just the creativity on there is just so awesome. So that's why I've decided not to make my own world save, but make a world save that really fit the challenge that I was trying to, that I was going to be creating. So again, what is this called here? This is our potion store. A beautiful build. Again, I had found this once, and like a year ago or something, and then I was able to find it again, and I was so happy that I did because it's so awesome. So this is just a little like office area where the owner creates things, their concoctions. And it looks like I'm missing some things for sale. I'll have to double check that. I'm going to leave a note for myself. Double check Forgotten Hollow Potions store, because these are all supposed to be lined with potions and things that you can buy. Like, I'm not sure what's going on and why those are missing. We have some of them over here. So perhaps it just placed wrong, or I need to replace it again. We have our restroom. We have our little like greenhouse area where the owners, you know, probably grows the things that they're making. So yeah, this is where we're going to have all of our, we do have our vampire items, but I also wanted to have related other potions. So looks like we have some of them. I'll just have to double check what's supposed to go there and make sure that they're set for sale. So again, I'm just keeping notes as we go through this and checking all the things that I need to readdress, and then I'll be uploading a fresh save with all the alterations that I've made. So again, we are only touring the non-residential, so these two are residential lots. Brindleton Bay, let's see here. I want to see what time it is. Yeah, so we'll head up Brindleton Bay next. This is, I have changed to a residential because I wanted inmates to live here. Like, this is kind of my version of Alcatraz. It would be super awesome if we could actually, like, I don't know if there's like a jail mod or anything like that, but we'll check that out. The original build was from the gallery. It was actually on a 64 by 64, and this lot is actually only a 50 by 50, so I had to modify it a little bit in the way that I made it function. Again, it was originally maybe a museum, I want to say, but I'm pretty darn sure it was definitely not residential. And so they must have the bags on their heads, community action plan in place. But so here is the jail. It just is an awesome jail. We had to, again, since it's placed on a short, smaller lot, that the entry got a little bit funny, but it is what it is. So we have our helicopter landing pad on the top. Let's see, where's the front door? Because in order to tour this, we're going to have to be let in. Let's see if somebody lets us in or not. Come on, guys. Let us in. So we have all these inmates. Oh, apparently. There we go. So we're just going to pause this. Bob is getting rained on. So this, like, is my perfect jail. I was like, this build is awesome. And so absolutely included it. So here is... It's so funny that they have bags on their heads and they're like the police officers or the correctional officers. But here's like the, you know, main headquarters of the jail. We have our monitoring area right here. And then here is where we have the quarters, sleeping quarters of the staff area. And then kind of like the main head office and sleeping area. And when I played in this lot, I had all the doors locked appropriately so that the correctional officers could go basically anywhere in the game, but that the inmates are stuck to this certain area. So here is the like cafeteria of the inmates, and then we have our kitchen, like commercial kitchen here, and pantry. Here's our breezeway to all the jail cells. Let's see here. So we do have jail cells with the doors here. I'll show you this way. So plenty of beds, each with their own toilet and sink. Unfortunately, unless you put an off the grid, they're going to be able to use their phone. So I guess maybe not, unfortunately, but they're not going to be real happy when you lock them in there. We have an outdoor yard space as well where the inmates can do like their talk therapy here, maybe a little exercise they get in. We have a shower room, a communal shower room. We have kind of more high security area. I wanted to say this went downstairs somehow, but it's not letting me, or it's not showing me that it is. So we're going to again add a note to check downstairs at prison. All right, so this is the prison that we have. I just love this. I love the idea of it being like an Alcatraz, and so I wanted to have something specifically set for that. Let's see here, Bob, let's travel. So that's our jail. Again, you could reset it as something other than residential. Let's see here. We're going to switch over here. So up here we have, this is just all residential area. Again, I'm not touring all of my residential. They're all done by Schnook. You can find any of them on the gallery. I do give her credit. Let's see here. We're going to type that back in just since we're talking about it and test my credit. Where I've started the master list of whoever builds I've included in this world save. We're going to give them credit. Now, so that's this residential area. Swing back over here, and this, these three are residential as well. Then we have a little dog park. When I played through, I had dogs, and I hadn't found a bathtub in the dumpster yet, and my dog needed a bath, and so I was like, I don't know where I can bring them. So I created this dog park, and it should have a bath because I thought, yeah, there might be like a bathing station yes, so we did include that bath, updated it with that bath. So a bathing station for your dogs, because otherwise I had nowhere to wash my dog if you have animals, so, and haven't found a bath yet. My sim can make do, but like going to the gym or other areas that have, showers built into the venue, but my dog, I couldn't find a bath for my dog. So I wanted to have a place where I knew that there would be a bath for the dog. And then we also just have basic other dog training items here. So, if you want to build that dog training skill, then this is where you would go. Again, like all of these venues are focused on being really specific. So it gets me out of my house. If I haven't found the items in the dumpster, I can go and buy them, or I can go and use them. Yeah, the weird thing is I created this like little pool for the dogs to swim in and have fun, but the Sims always end up so the Sims are always in the swimming pool at the dog park, which is kind of bizarre. It's supposed to be for the dogs, but anyway, I laugh every time that happens. It's pretty crazy. So next up is like a whole home furnishing store. It's supposed to be based off of IKEA. So this is the one exception where I have a retail store that has everything for sale. So if you're like in a quick hurry and you don't want to do a bunch of loading screens, this might be the store for you. The caveat being that that it is really intensive. There are a lot of items in this build. As you can see, my loading screen here froze up, and it didn't mean my computer froze up, but it just has a lot of items to load. It's really intensive. So if you have a slower computer, it will take forever to load this lot. Again, we have the dumpsters because if I'm visiting here, I want to be able to dumpster dive in everything I can. The original builder had actually included the IKEA logo, had branded everything IKEA, but I didn't want that in my game. I didn't want something so specifically human, and so I replaced it with this logo. Same with the McDonald's lot. If you saw me, or if you watch my tour of the fast food restaurant I replaced it with like just the hamburger logo because I didn't want to have the actual like McDonald's logo. So I wanted to be able to stay in Sims World as much as possible. So this build is completely crazy. It is by, let's see, I have it in my credit list. So it's in Brindleton Bay. RGR Gaming did this. You can go and watch the speed build. It is pretty impressive. So we have everything for sale. Like all of these should be for sale. Oh man, do I have to go through and set them for sale again? Oh boy. So that probably, I did that as I was playing through. I probably did that in my world save. So let me make a note that I have to import that one. Import IKEA building from my save. So items are for sale. Okay, so yeah, I had marked all of this for sale. So we'll definitely bring that new one in just because. So, you know, each section has, like, you could buy all these. Again, how I use the retail lots when I'm doing my, when I'm playing through my challenges is, like, if a sim is going to have a birthday, I will bring, you know, my sim here and buy a dollhouse for them. Just, you know, I could get one from build and buy, but one of the challenges that we can't use build and buy in the challenge that I've created. So you have to have a place to go and buy it, and that's why I have built this whole world save, is to support that and support the challenge. So it looks like we have beds. Again, any of these elevated ones, your sim is probably not going to be able to buy. So anything that is off the ground or isn't slotted in, oftentimes they can't buy. But so if you've ever been to IKEA, this is really a lot like them. Like we have our bed section, we have our side table section, and then they have rooms kind of displaying each of the items. So here's our desk and chairs section. And so yeah, all of these items would actually be for sale in IKEA and in the Sims version here. So again, these ones you might not be able to buy, but this one we should be able to. Again, we have our couch section, our chair section. This really totally reminds me of a real IKEA. We have our walk-through aisles so that you know where to go, which is true to the real IKEA as well. We have some dressers here, our kitchen tables, side tables, and then this is my favorite area in the real IKEA, is all the kitchen displays. So this is just an awesome build. Here's our kitchen paraphernalia, I guess. And then down below we have our warehouse and checkout area. So yeah, this is, oh, and cafeteria area. So this is really true to the IKEA that I've been to in Minneapolis. Oh, and I was at one in Phoenix too, in Arizona, and they look almost identical. So I just thought this was an awesome build, and I really wanted to include it. Again, for when I prefer to do the really specific retail shops, but there are some times when I might want to go and buy just a few different kinds of things, and so I wanted to have one store like that. All right, so this front area is largely shops and restaurants. Creature Comforts Clinic. So this is our vet clinic. I wanted to have a vet clinic to bring your your pets to the vet if they get sick. And so this is the venue that I chose for that. I want to say it's Schnook again. She's the builder of all the residential homes that I did, and I saw this on YouTube as a speed build, and I thought this is just so gorgeous. We have altered this one a little bit. because I wanted to have, it was a bigger lot. So it was a bigger lot than the one that the original was on. And so we just added this kind of larger dog park area back here. Otherwise, and then I think I rearranged the cars a little bit, but otherwise this is true to her build. We are going to, since it's so dark, I just want to make sure you guys can see everything. We're going to change the season, or not change the season, back. We're going to change the weather. Sunny, warm, we're going to do that just 100 hours. And we're going to, well, I don't want it to, yeah, we're going to try it. It might freeze up Bob, but that's okay. We can exit if we have to. So upstairs, so it's like a live-in vet clinic. So if your sim wanted to live here, we have this beautiful kitchen with the red accents. We have a bedroom upstairs that she's created this headboard. Just an amazing builder. That's why I use her residential builds, just because the ideas are so awesome and the colors, like I just love her builds so much. So that's why we have placed her houses in, and she has so many different houses, and so that's why I wanted to use lots of them, because there's so many different options for how to use them. So you can lock the door here so your vet, if you are in this lot, so the vet customers don't come through up to your house area. So here's where we enter in. Here's our check-in area. We can check in at our check-in station here. And then we have this first room is where looks like the why can I never remember what this is called? So the staff lounge area. And then we have some crafters here, medicine crafters. We have our public restroom. We have this adorable cat room here to get cat checkups. I just love this. We have our dog area, like a dog room here, one dog room. And then we have maybe a mixed room. It has some dog and some cat stuff. So another exam room. And then we have, oh man, am I missing a wall? Okay, so we're going to have to make a note for myself for that as well. Replace vet clinic. So like I said, I have this in my own world and everything was displaying correctly, but apparently I need to update it for this save. So just making notes for myself of how to update the save file. And this whole wall is missing for some reason. I don't know why. But here is our, I want to say surgery station. So that is it, again, without the missing wall. But it is just an awesome build, and I love her stuff. So I saw it on YouTube, and I wanted to include it. Just a couple more venues. We're going to have Bob go to. 1 second, I got to check my phone here. And then we are going to go to the aquarium next. I want to say this is a sim proved. And we're going to load that up. Just a couple more, and then I have to go take care of my dogs. They want to go out. It's time to eat. And so that's exciting. So we're in Brindleton Bay, and that's appropriate. So that's going to be where we're at today. So this aquarium is actually a restaurant. I was thinking I wanted to have an actual aquarium and a place to have fish, which this is. It actually has some large fish tanks to show off the fish. But this I just couldn't, again, mess with this. Like I had started to rearrange it to have it be an actual aquarium where Sims could come and visit, but once I started moving around it, I just loved it so much that I decided it was just going to be another restaurant with the aquarium theme, being that we're in Brindleton Bay. So here we are, just these, like here's a big fish tank, and I think if we play it, you'll see that it has effects. We have fish in this area. Fish are jumping, so it is just amazing. So up here we have a bar area with just some aquariums to check out. We have this large aquarium, so it's just, you know, all these beautiful, it's just a beautiful setting for a restaurant. All right, and then next we have so they're all like outdoor themed things. So the next one is a seafood restaurant, just a cute little diner type place that has all seafood related items on the menu. Again, from the gallery, I maybe changed a few things, but pretty much as is. On the docks, just a cute little area. So we have some outdoor seating. I want to say, yep, I added a dumpster. I remembered to add a dumpster for our challenge. And then it's just a cute little colorful, you know, seafood shack, basically. Fancy shack, but with the public restroom back here. So it was so cute, I just had to include it in this world save. Again, I'm going to drop those links for anybody who's just joined us. You can download this world save. Here are the credits to everyone's builds that I have included in the world save. It's a work in progress, the credit list. I'm just started to go through and give credit. Here we have an outdoor store. This one I kind of wrestled with on whether to put in Granite Falls or in Brindleton Bay, but I had such limited lots in Granite Falls that I decided to include it here because it kind of makes sense with all the animal stuff to have camping stuff, I guess. So here's my camping store. Again, the exterior was was from the gallery, but I've modified it slightly. We have just like a basic public restrooms and then like a refreshments area, and then the basic store with our store display window here. So you can come and buy all your camping attire here. We have fishing. You can buy the fishing books to learn the fishing skill if you don't actually just go fishing. We can buy our soccer ball and our basketball here. We have gardening supplies. We have our gardening bots. We have our grilling supplies, a generator, which I thought was appropriate for camping stuff. Again, some more gardening things back here. We have our swimming stuff back here. So just a lot of like outdoor stuff for sale. Again, this retail space is something that I've done. I have retail experience in real life, and so all of these retail stores I overhauled the insides of the building just because I really like doing retail stuff. So the building, you know, I tried to select really interesting buildings off of the gallery, but then the interior I had redone to more of my liking. So this final lot that we're going to tour today is the pet store. So you can come in here and buy your frogs, you can come and buy your bugs. Theoretically, you could buy these rodents, but you can't set them for sale. So all these different supplies. The debug items you can't actually buy just because they won't let you set it for sale. But so this is my pet store. We have an aquarium as well. So this is, I'm super proud of these retail spaces. I just love I love the look of them. We have our public restroom, and then we have our storage area. And you could outfit this if you wanted to live in this area. You could outfit this build with a living space. So I wanted to leave that included as well. But this is our final tour of the day. Like I said, I have to go feed my puppies, let them out. So I want to thank you for joining me, and hope you enjoyed this tour that we're going to do. We're going to do again next weekend. And I think we have, let's see, we only have a couple of worlds left. So hopefully we can get those finished. I want to say we have all of the vacation worlds. And then we have Del Sol Valley, Strangerville, Sulani, Brightchester, and Evergreen Harbor. So we actually have quite a few left. So I think a few more days worth of touring. But again, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great time. And let's see here. We're just gonna join me next weekend. I'm gonna hope to stream on Friday, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.